Because we have some sad news, man. We have some terrible news to share with y'all today, man. It made me sick just looking at it. Aaliyah Boston, lower leg. Lexi Hall, hamstring. Ty Harris, knee. And Damaris Dantas, NWT. I mean, basically nowhere to be found. All right, she's still standing under fever. What's going on, man? Why can't I see some 5-on-5, some 1-on-1? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I see some full speed drills? What's going on? I mean, what are y'all hiding, man? Y'all better be cooking up. Y'all better be cooking up, dog. Look at it. Get to see Zaza show. You have this content with Paige Beckers and the coach, right? Paige Beckers, I think she got screened a little bit and she fell over and she got a little upset. I'm liking how this coach is addressing things. Hear what he was saying, but he basically was saying, hey, it's one possession. It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. And it looked like Lee kind of stuck her hip out a little bit. There it is, yeah. Aaliyah Boston knocking him down, man. I guess she won the tournament or the little, whatever they were doing, the little game. I don't know what they were doing, but it looked like she beat Kelsey Mitchell there, and then she's knocking him down in the corner too, man. She knocking him down in the corner too.
24 hours before their preseason opener, the Indiana Fever just got hit with the worst possible news. 4 critical players are out. 4. And we're not talking about bench warmers here. Aaliyah Boston, their starting center and offensive anchor, is sidelined with a lower leg injury. Lexi Hall, their elite three-point shooter who connects on 47% from deep when playing alongside Clark, is out with a hamstring injury. Tiasha Harris, the veteran point guard brought in specifically to give Caitlin Clark rest, is down with a knee injury. And Damaris Dantas is stuck overseas dealing with visa issues that still aren't resolved. This isn't just bad luck. This is a complete disaster heading into what was supposed to be their statement game against the loaded New York Liberty roster. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. The timing couldn't be worse. They're not facing some rebuilding team or a squad missing their stars. They're walking into Barclays Center to face Brina Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquil Jones, and Betnijah Laney Hamilton. The Liberty are rolling out their full championship caliber starting 5, their complete rotation, their entire system that nearly won it all last season. Meanwhile, the Fever are about to field a starting lineup that has literally never played a single minute together in a real game. We're talking about a unit that's had exactly 5 days of practice time to build chemistry, learn rotations, and figure out how to function as a cohesive basketball team. The contrast is staggering. Now listen to this part, because this is where everything falls apart systematically. Aaliyah Boston isn't just another player on this roster. She's the foundation of everything the Fever do offensively. Every single play runs through her in some capacity. She's the massive screener and pick-and-roll actions with Clark that creates those wide-open looks we see highlights of. She's the reliable post passer who punishes defenses when they collapse on Clark's drives by finding cutters and open shooters. She's the rim protector who allows Clark to gamble in the passing lanes defensively because she knows Boston has her back. Without Boston anchoring the paint, the entire offensive philosophy has to change overnight. They can't run their bread-and-butter plays. They can't execute the system they've been installing. It's like trying to build a house without a foundation. And get this, Lexi Hall's absence might be even more devastating than Boston's. Hall shoots an elite 47% from three-point range when she shares the court with Clark. Think about that number for a second. When defenses focus on stopping Clark, Hall is the player who makes them pay. She's the spacing engine that keeps nailed defenders honest. When Hall is on the floor, opposing teams can't just pack the paint or send extra help at Clark because they know she'll find Hall for an open 3, and Hall converts at an almost 50% clip. Without that threat, defenses can load up on Clark in ways they simply couldn't before. The entire floor shrinks. Driving lanes disappear. The offense becomes predictable and much easier to guard. But wait, it gets worse. With Tiasha Harris out, look at what the Fever's guard rotation becomes. Raven Johnson, a rookie first-round pick who's never played professional basketball. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough battling just to secure a roster spot. Jessica Breland fighting for her basketball life. Megan McConnell trying to prove she belongs in the league. Kayana Taylor in the same boat. That's one unproven rookie and 4 players who aren't even guaranteed to make the final roster. This is the veteran leadership and experienced depth that's supposed to spell Caitlin Clark when she needs a breather. Head coach Stephanie White had to be looking at this injury report thinking this can't be real. Here's the kicker though. While all this chaos is unfolding behind the scenes, there's something else happening that should have every Fever fan concerned about the coaching staff's approach. Look around the league right now. The Los Angeles Sparks are releasing 5-on-5 scrimmage footage for fans and media to analyze. The Chicago Sky are showing their offensive sets, their defensive rotations, how their new pieces are fitting together. Dallas is demonstrating exactly how their revamped system is developing in real time. These organizations understand that transparency builds confidence, shows progress, and gets fans excited about what's coming. But the Indiana Fever, they've completely locked down their practice facility. Zero 5-on-5 footage, no scrimmage highlights, no system demonstrations, nothing. The logical conclusion here is troubling. Stephanie White and her staff are hesitant to show the world how disjointed their half-court offense looks without Boston controlling the paint and Hall providing that elite spacing. They don't want cameras capturing the growing pains, the missed rotations, the chemistry issues that are clearly happening behind closed doors. Other teams are confident enough in their progress to show the work, even when it's messy. Check out this footage from other training camps where you can see coaches actively working through problems, players getting frustrated during drills, and staffs teaching through adversity in real time. That's what confident organizations do. They show the process because they trust the process. The Fever's secrecy suggests they're not confident in what those cameras would capture. Now here's what nobody is talking about, and this is crucial for understanding what tomorrow's game really means. For the past week, every analyst and talking head has been debating Caitlin Clark's role. Should she play off the ball more? Should she be a true point guard or a combo guard? How should the offense be structured around her skill set? All of those conversations assumed Clark would have her full supporting cast around her. The assumption was that the Fever had built enough depth that Clark would never have to carry the entire offensive load by herself. That assumption just got shattered. Tomorrow night, Clark is going to be the only legitimate offensive engine on the floor for extended stretches. She's going to have to create everything from scratch. But here's where it gets absolutely fascinating from a basketball perspective. This injury situation creates the exact test that Clark's critics have been waiting for. The lingering question about her game has always been whether she can dominate when elite defenses focus all their attention exclusively on her without a dominant supporting cast to relieve the pressure. Can she score efficiently when she's getting face-guarded, double-teamed, and trapped on every possession? Can she find ways to get her teammates involved when those teammates aren't elite shooters like Hall or reliable post players like Boston? Tomorrow night against the Liberty's suffocating defense, she's going to get a clean opportunity to answer those questions definitively on a national stage. And listen, there are actually some silver linings buried in this disaster that could pay dividends long-term. Raven Johnson, the rookie who some questioned as a first-round pick, is about to get major minutes against championship-level competition. This isn't garbage time in a blowout. This is meaningful playing time where she can build real chemistry with Clark, show her defensive instincts translate to the professional level, and prove she belongs in the rotation. If Johnson can hold her own tomorrow night, it changes the entire conversation about the Fever's backcourt depth. Justine Pasek is also getting an opportunity she might not have had otherwise. With Hall out and the wing rotation suddenly thin, the 6'4" sharpshooter who's fighting for a roster spot is about to get her moment. If she can hit a few threes against Liberty defenders and show that her elite college shooting translates to live action, the front office's decision about whether they can afford to keep her becomes much easier. Here's something that should give Fever fans genuine hope despite all this chaos, and it comes from practice footage that most people missed. Despite the lower leg injury keeping Boston out of scrimmages, she's been participating in portions of practice that were open to media. And what you see in that shooting drill footage is remarkable. Boston is aggressively knocking down corner three-pointers and actually winning shooting competitions against Kelsey Mitchell, who's one of the most reliable shooters in the league. If Boston can consistently hit that corner three in real games, even at a moderate volume of maybe 2 or 3 attempts per game, it fundamentally transforms the Fever's entire offensive system. It forces opposing centers out of the paint, which prevents defenses from easily trapping Clark on pick-and-rolls. It opens up the entire floor and makes every other action infinitely harder to guard. So here's the bottom line on what we're about to witness tomorrow night. The Indiana Fever are walking into Brooklyn missing their starting center, their most efficient wing shooter, their veteran backup point guard, and a key frontcourt rotation piece. They're facing a Liberty team that's healthy, motivated, and loaded with championship-caliber talent at every position. The expectations should absolutely be tempered because this is an almost impossible situation. But the takeaways from this game are going to be invaluable for understanding what this team really is when everything goes wrong. We're about to find out who can be trusted in high-pressure moments, who can execute under adversity, and who can make winning plays when the supporting cast is depleted. Most importantly, Caitlin Clark is getting the ultimate spotlight test that very few players ever face this early in their careers. The chance to carry a decimated roster and prove that even when the help disappears, she remains the most dangerous and impactful player on the floor. Do you think Clark can carry this depleted Fever roster to a preseason upset? Or are the Liberties simply too loaded and too experienced? Drop your prediction in the comments because I want to see every single take. If this breakdown helped you understand what's really at stake tomorrow night, smash that like button, subscribe for the real analysis after every Fever game this season, and hit the notification bell because this is just the beginning of what's going to be an absolutely wild ride.